just one thing you bastards will just never understand. You can tie us up. You can torture us. You can put us through every hellish trial your sick imaginations can come up with. But you'll never defeat our spirit. Just that what you don't know is us humans, we're made of tougher stuff than you could ever dream up in your wildest nightmares. What? No! Oh, dear Lord! You say you want me to betray my own sister? You promise to let me live? And go free? This is outrageous! This is unconscionable! Leave her alone, damn you! She's innocent in all this! She doesn't know anything! You can't do this! You just can't!
I was being cut in half by a giant alien saw blade.
So you think if you were getting cut in half, you'd really shout, "Oh God, the unspeakable agony!"
Yeah?
Is it what I wrote in the script?
Well, no, but...
Please, stick to your lines. The writer's always right. That's why they're called a writer.
Uh-huh. I stayed in character the whole time. That's good, right?
Yeah, it's something. I'm sure we can use at least, like, part of it. How do we do, Linda? Usable?
Let me check the gate.
You can check the gate on these little Super 8s?
No, actually, the lens doesn't come off, so...
Somebody just wanted to show off all the fancy new crap they learned from the film production books in the library.
I'm just trying to take the craft seriously.
The craft! Jeez Louise!
So, are we good, or what?
Yeah. I mean, it looked great.
How did the blood gag look?
Well...
Linda, you did get the blood gag, didn't you?
I mean, it's really all about how Jaime sells it.
I did really sell it.
Yeah, but did you get any of it in frame?
You kind of see it splash up in Jaime's face a little.
Linda! I told you I wanted a wide close-up that shows off our super cool bloody arm gag and Jaime's face acting, not just an extreme shot of Jaime's face acting.
I was in the moment. I have to be allowed to express my artistic instincts with the camera, too. And there's no such thing as a wide close-up.
Or an extreme shot.
Or face acting. It's just acting.
Does anyone even care that I'm the director?
Of course. Chris, you're the director. But, like, part of the job is working with people you trust, and I trust Linda's judgment on the camera stuff, you know?
Let's just shoot both versions, and then we can see which way works better in the edit. And it'll be my way, because I'm the director. Hold still, let me clean you off.
And we'll get it on this one.
If we don't, you can just make it up to me in my trailer after the shoot. Ugh. Oh, it's like spearmint cough syrup.
Yeah, all my gagging was kind of real.
Worth it.
You guys want me to leave?
All right. On your feet, people. Everybody back to one. We're going again. We are going again. Okay, sound speeds.
camera speeds.
All right, everybody settle. And hold. And hold. And action. Fuck! No!
Oh, dude, that is not good.
What do you think you're doing in here?
Oh, hi, Mr. Green.
Sheriff,
Sheriff. Right. Sorry.
how many times have I told you to stay away from this place?
We were just in the middle of a take.
A take.
For our film production.
You can't shoot a movie in here.
But this is where the big climax happens.
This is a condemned steel mill, Mr. Rivera. And you are trespassing. Now, unless you want to spend the night locked up in jail, I suggest you, Miss Castle, and Miss...
Dixie. Ms. Tammy D. Dixie.
Miss Gordon. Miss Christine Gordon. I suggest you immediately vacate the premises. And you do not, under any circumstances, set 1 foot back here in the Cedar Still Mill. Ever.
Sheriff Green, sir, with all due respect, we almost got this thing entirely in the can, and if we don't get our last few shots here in our main location, we're gonna have to scrap the whole thing.
Then you're just gonna have to scrap the whole thing.
All right, then arrest us.
What?
Arrest us for trespassing.
Linda.
Linda, come on. I know I'm just Robert's dad, but I'm still a cop. And you gotta start taking me seriously. Because you really, really cannot be here.
Why do you care so much?
I thought it was abandoned.
Yeah, it's not like we're looting the place.
It's not safe. Just go home.
But we've only got like 3 more little scenes and then we're done.
Well, I don't think you're gonna be doing any more filming today. Not with that.
Hey, you okay, Mr. Green?
Sheriff, Jaime. And yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure? Because
I said I'm fine. Look, you gotta go. Let me pay for the damage to the camera. But you gotta promise me you're not gonna come back, okay?
How much we talking?
10 should cover it, right?
yeah, probably.
I gotta say, it feels a little weird to be bribed by a cop.
It's not a bribe. I'm a citizen paying for the damage indirectly caused by my actions.
Feels a little bribey.
Jaime, it's your camera, right? Do we have a deal?
Sure, Mr. Sheriff Green. That's nice of you to offer.
It's not a handout. You gotta hold up your end of the bargain.
We will.
And I better not find out Robert's mixed up in any of this. All right, let's pack this stuff up. I'll be out front.
What the hell crawled up his ass?
No, he's not so bad. Usually.
We're not gonna do what he says, right? Really?
We can figure out how to finish the movie when we get back to the garage. Out, sir.
And don't you try and pull any fast ones on me. I'll be watching.
Yes, sir.
Ugh, what a complete and utter disaster.
Don't be so dramatic.
It's not like we've got a real deadline.
Ugh, who needs a real deadline when every wasted second brings you closer and closer to your ultimate, cosmic, eternal deadline?
Gothic. I like it. Hey, what are these?
Oh, I got those for us all to wear when we shoot. Surprise.
Wait, you guys are both acting. So, it'll just be me?
So you'll be like our ambassador.
Yeah, not a chance.
Whoa, don't open that up. I still haven't taken the film out yet.
I thought it was broken.
Well, yeah, the lens is cracked, but the footage is still good. Unless, you open it.
Whatever.
We got some good stuff today. Glass half full.
Dude, just let me be upset. Doesn't Sheriff Green have anything better to do with his time? Like, go after actual criminals and shit?
Cedar Hills is not exactly a noted hotbed of criminal activity.
That's not entirely true. There was that whole serial killer thing.
Hold up, what now? When was this?
I was just a baby. I don't really know anything about it.
Oh, you're still just a baby.
And you still don't know anything.
Now, be a good little baby and tell me all about this whole serial killer business.
I know some stuff.
Spill it, lady.
For starters, I think that's why Sheriff Green doesn't want us to go in the steel mill.
Oh yeah, that's where it all went down.
So you do know stuff. And you held back, you traitor.
Yeah, because I knew you'd get all like this.
Hell yeah, I would. Linda, tell me about the steel mill killer.
Well, that's where it all ended. But before that, there was a whole string of disappearances. Kidnappings, really. Murders.
So what was this guy's name? Maybe we should write him into the movie.
Oh, I don't know if we...
Frank Stone.
Huh. So Frank Stone was actually killing people in the steel mill? Like, our steel mill? Where we were just shooting like an hour ago?
That's the theory.
Frank was working at the mill, but I think it was on its last legs by then. Probably not a lot of people around. They shut it down right after.
Who were the victims?
Just people. Some from the town. Some were never identified.
The killings were random. There was no pattern.
Like, how many are we talking?
No one knows for sure.
Because they never found the bodies.
They found parts.
Seriously, guys, I just want to know why you withheld all this crucial murder mill information from me until now.
It wasn't relevant?
There's no world in which that's true. I need to know everything.
That's pretty much all I know.
Same.
There's gotta be more to it.
You've got a library card? Look it up.
Linda, can I borrow your library card?
Nope.
I guess it doesn't really matter what happened at the mill since we can't finish shooting there with a busted camera.
Hey, why don't we just take the camera to the drugstore and see if we can get it fixed? We got that hush money from Sheriff Green.
You really think $10 is gonna be enough?
¡Eso es todo! ¡Estás castigada,
Papá, no
jovencita!
tengo 16 años y ya no vivo en esta casa. What? You want a piece of me too?
Howdy, partner. How's lap on the range?
Did he hit his head or something? The hell's wrong with you?
Nothing, sorry.
Ugh, why is Dad such a demanding asshole? I came home to help, not do everything. I mean, I'm not a maid. Do I look like a fucking maid? You better not say I look like a fucking maid.
He's just worried about Mom.
Well, like he's worried that as soon as she croaks, I'm out of here. And then he'll have to be his own fucking maid for once in his life.
Jeez, Bonnie. That's pretty harsh.
Well, don't mean it's not true.
Well, maybe you should cut him a little slack, you know? This is hard for him. And me too.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to put your whole life on hold and come all the way home from New York City and suddenly play mom while your own mom is sick.
You're right. I didn't look at it like that. It's not fair for you to have to fill Mom's shoes.
No, it's not.
And man, it sucks you had to leave New York.
Yeah?
And you had to put your whole life on hold.
Okay, now I feel like I'm getting played.
What? No.
You're doing that thing where you say back to me all the things I was just complaining about, but when you say them back, you act like you were being such a good listener, and you really get me. Ay, hermanito, like I don't know what you're up to.
Well, we were kind of wondering if you could lend us a couple of bucks.
Money.
We're so close to finishing the movie.
Our camera had a high-speed encounter with the pavement.
How much do you need?
It kind of depends on the damage, so it could be like just a couple of bucks, or it could be more than a couple of bucks, like 20 bucks or 30 bucks or...
You have no idea, do you?
Not really.
So, let's say hypothetically, I help you out. What do I get out of this? You gonna make me a producer or something?
Sure. Of course. Associate producer, Bonnie Rivera.
Associate producer is a bullshit Faber credit.
Linda.
Okay, yeah, I don't really give a shit about having a credit on your movie. So, maybe if you actually have something real to offer?
You help us pay for the repairs, and I don't tell Dad why you're suddenly wearing so much perfume. We have to open a window every time you walk in the house.
You wouldn't dare. If Dad knew I was smoking, I'd never hear the end of it.
Take it or leave it.
You little snitch. Fucking unbelievable.
Fine, forget it. I wasn't really gonna tell Dad.
No, man, you can't unring that bell.
Bonnie,
You know, I was actually thinking of helping you until you threatened me.
come on.
Nice to see you, ladies. Sorry about my brother, and sorry I couldn't help out. Good luck with the camera.
Bye.
Bye.
So, without our angel investor, what are we gonna do?
We got the money from Sam. Why don't we go try to get the camera fixed?
If it's enough.
Better than sitting around here all day.
Can't argue with that.
You all right there? You're looking a little, wiggly.
I'm fine, it's just... what is in that fake blood?
I think it's just mint-flavored real blood.
Oh, it did say to avoid any prolonged skin contact. You washed it all off, like, right away, right?
You don't think it's, like, actually poisonous, do you?
It's a horror movie, Jaime. Anyone could go. Yeah, anytime! Hopefully there's enough time to fix the camera before they close tonight.
I'm not sure the drugstore clerk will even know how to fix it.
Hey, think positive.
It's not like there's anywhere else in town we could take it.
What?
What about there?
I thought that place was condemned.
Guess they got a new tenant.
Do curiosity shops even repair cameras?
There was a place like that near my grandfather's house. The owner used to tinker with all sorts of old junk. You never know.
I bet they have some rad old junk, too.
Your call, Chris.
Why not? I certainly am curious regarding said shop, eh?
Yes, I get it.
Lead the way. Man, if I didn't know any better, I'd say this place looks like it's been here forever.
And a half.
Maybe you should write it in.
Don't tempt me.
What if the owner's a deranged serial killer who collects wayward teenagers and turns them into antiques?
Then we hit the jackpot.
Check out the wares.
Ooh, cameras.
These look like they've seen better days.
They're not gonna put the best ones in the window. We gotta look inside.
Too bad. So much for that. We can still head up the drugstore before it closes.
And what is it you're looking for?
Hello.
Hello?
We saw the cameras. We're trying to find a replacement for this.
Of course you are. Please. Come on inside. Now, let me see. I think I have something that may interest you, if I can find it out back. Please make yourselves at home.
Okay.
And be sure to have a look around. You never know what treasures you might find.
Make ourselves at home? Here?
I don't know. I think it's kind of cozy. In a failed capitalist state kind of way.
Let's see. Could it have been in... No. Maybe this one? Where did I put all the... How has this place become such a mess? Let's see.
She comes running out straight at us with a giant chainsaw. I'm getting like so bummed out.
You're in luck. A very fine item indeed.
Yes.
Whoa.
May I?
I insist.
It's pretty old. Possible we could make it work, but it's not exactly what we had in mind.
Mm-hmm.
How much are you asking for it?
Oh, there's a tiny little price tag on it, but I seem to have forgotten my reading glasses. Why don't you take a look?
$10. Okay, sure. I think that seems reasonable for something like this.
Thank you very much.
Man, if I didn't know any better, I'd say this place looks like it's been here forever.
And a half.
Maybe you should write it in.
Don't tempt me.
What if the owner's a deranged serial killer who collects wayward teenagers and turns them into antiques?
Then we hit the jackpot.
Check out the wares.
Ooh, cameras.
These look like they've seen better days.
They're not gonna put the best ones in the window. We gotta look inside.
Too bad. So much for that. We can still head to the drugstore before it closes.
And what is it you're looking for?
Hello.
Hello?
We saw the cameras. We're trying to find a replacement for this.
Of course you are. Please. Come on inside. Now, let me see. I think I have something that may interest you, if I can find it out back. Please make yourselves at home.
Okay.
And be sure to have a look around. You never know what treasures you might find.
Make ourselves at home? Here?
I don't know. I think it's kind of cozy. In a failed capitalist state kind of way.
Let's see. Could it have been in... No. Maybe this one? Where did I put all the... How has this place become such a mess? Let's see.
She comes running out
Could
straight
have
at us with a
been
giant chainsaw. I'm getting like so bummed out.
You're in luck. A very fine item indeed.
Yes.
Whoa.
May I?
I insist.
It's pretty old. Possible we could make it work, but it's not exactly what we had in mind.
Mm-hmm.
How much are you asking for it?
Oh, there's a tiny little price tag on it, but I seem to have forgotten my reading glasses. Why don't you take a look?
$10. Oh, I don't know. It feels a little high for something so old.
It is quite a valuable piece, so I'm afraid I'm unable to lower the price, but perhaps I can sweeten the deal. One of a kind, handmade. It's for luck.
Thanks, but I think I'll pass.
I'm afraid that's the best I can offer.
You know what? We'll take the camera. The price is fine.
Oh, very good. Thank you very much.
Man, if I didn't know any better, I'd say this place looks like it's been here forever.
And a half.
Maybe you should rent it in.
Don't tempt me.
What if the owner's a deranged serial killer who collects wayward teenagers and turns them into antiques?
And we hit the jackpot.
Check out the wares.
Ooh, cameras.
These look like they've seen better days.
They're not gonna put the best ones in the window. I gotta look inside.
Too bad. So much for that. We can still head to the drugstore before it closes.
And what is it you're looking for?
Hello.
Hello?
We saw the cameras. We're trying to find a replacement for this.
Of course you are. Please. Come on inside. Let me see. I think I have something that may interest you, if I can find it out back. Please make yourselves at home.
Okay.
And be sure to have a look around. You never know what treasures you might find.
Make ourselves at home? Here?
I don't know. I think it's kind of cozy. In a failed capitalist state kind of way.
Let's see. Could it have been in... No. Maybe this one? Where did I put all the... How has this place become such a mess? Let's see.
She comes
Could
running
have
out straight
been
at us with a
in-
giant chainsaw. I'm getting like so bummed out.
You're in luck. A very fine item indeed.
Yes.
Whoa.
May I?
I insist.
It's pretty old. Possible we could make it work, but it's not exactly what we had in mind.
Mm-hmm.
How much are you asking for it?
Oh, there's a tiny little price tag on it, but I seem to have forgotten my reading glasses. Why don't you take a look?
$10. Hmm. Oh, I don't know. It feels a little high for something so old.
It is quite a valuable piece, so I'm afraid I'm unable to lower the price, but perhaps I can sweeten the deal. One of a kind, handmade. It's for luck.
I guess we could use it as a prop. Sure. It's a deal.
Delightful. Thank you very much.
Thanks for finding us a camera.
Oh, it was no trouble at all. It truly is such a joy to see young people so passionate about the arts.
Yeah. Yep, that's us.
Wait, guys. Oh, I'm such a moron. I told my mom I'd pick up some milk on the way home.
Oh, do you want me to...
Hold this. Be right back.
Wait, Chris, we just spent all the money.
Emergency sock quarter.
Emergency sock quarter?
Hey, Chris.
Robert. Wait, I thought you worked at the library.
Wait, how would you know? Don't think I ever saw you come in.
I got spies everywhere, man.
So, Linda.
Busted.
You can always come in yourself, you know. Books don't bite.
Linda's the bookworm. I'm more of a movie worm.
I don't think that's a real kind of worm.
Neither's a bookworm.
So we're about to close in like 2 minutes, so...
Oh, right, yeah. Ring me up.
All right, that'll be 25 cents.
Okay.
Yeah, you sure don't see coin like this working in the library. Actually, you don't see any coin. It's volunteer hours.
Not so bad if you like to read, I guess.
True. We've got a rad horror section, too.
Didn't know you were a horror guy. Just books?
Movies, comics, too. Whatever I can get my hands on.
You know, Jaime and Linda and I are all making a horror movie down at the old Cedar Steel Mill.
No kidding.
We could always use an extra hand if you're into that kind of thing.
Super into it.
But
Does my dad know you're going into the mill? He watches that place like a hawk.
yeah, we had a little run-in with him today, but we're gonna sneak back in to shoot the rest.
Man. I would love to be involved.
Involved in what?
Hey, Dad. Yeah, Chris was just telling me about a...
We're putting together a fundraiser.
to show movies at the library.
Okay. You need a ride home?
Oh, yeah. Let me just get my bag.
Chris. I'm sorry I was a little harsh with you and your friends before. I just wanted to make sure you're taking me seriously.
We're still gonna finish our movie. We got a new camera. An old, new, one that works.
Hey, that's great. Shoot 100 movies if you want. Just don't shoot him in the mill. You ready? Take care.
Hey. I can get you back into the mill without him knowing. Just say the word.
Let's make a movie.
Not exactly the best time to take a nap, Maddie.
I don't even remember falling asleep.
Hey, don't sweat it. I'm not all equipped with a wooden leg.
Wait, what happened to Augustine again?
She left.
left.
She said she had to do something very urgently in her private reliquary.
Hey, now that we're all awake again, can we forget about Augustine for a minute and talk about the 1,000-foot-long elephant in the room?
Oh.
1,000 feet is the average length of film in a movie.
Oh.
Guess we were all playing it close to the vest before. Huh.
It's not my film. I just worked on it. Didn't direct it. It's not even on my official filmography.
I meant how we were all holding back about our film strips.
Oh. Right.
Whether you take credit for it or not, it's definitely the most infamous project that's associated with you. Cursed film collectors have been unsuccessfully searching for any trace of it for years. And now we are all here, each with our own little slice of a mysterious pie. It's a pretty big deal.
So, all of our film strips, they're part of this movie you and your friends made, Linda?
If they're not fakes, yeah.
Mine's not fake.
And all that stuff you said about it being cursed?
Murderous rages, CIA interrogation, total disassociation with reality. Because it's so rare, only a few people know for sure. So they say. If Augustine wants the only known surviving pieces of it, she's gonna have to pay up.
Why do you think she wants it so bad? I mean, it's not really cursed, right?
I prefer not to dwell on the past. We're here, someone's offering to buy our sections of the film. That is all I'm concerned with right now.
Providence goes a long way towards a successful sale.
So do motives. I don't know about you, but I would very much like to know why Augustine is so desperate to get her hands on this film.
Well, first rule of business is to gather every bit of intel you can on your opponent. And I don't know about you two ladies, but I have been itching to get a little look-see around this big old house of curiosities.
Are we allowed to look around?
What do you say, Director? Want to keep sitting around, or want to peek behind the curtain?
I think I'm good here.
Your loss.
So, Murder Mill? I'm guessing it's not a romantic comedy?
Years back, there was this killer. Frank Stone. Used to mutilate his victims at the old Cedar Steel Mill.
Frank Stone. I think I've heard of him. Do you really think Augustine might be up to something? Like, do you think she isn't gonna follow through on her, offers?
Speaking from experience, don't get your hopes up.
Why?
Talk is cheap.
Hey! You guys might want to come take a look at...
Hey, wait! Oh, never thought your little Maddie Bear would end up in a place like this, huh?
That?
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
What were you shouting about?
Look at this place! You should shoot one of your movies here.
Why?
Because it's cool as hell!
We might as well take a look around. Can't deny this place would make an incredible film location.
Ah, yes. Let's check out the other floors. Good thinking.
Wait, hold on a second.
What?
Before all this goes any further, I need to know how both of you got your pieces of the film.
Well, it's no secret, really. After my mom died a few months ago, I found it when I was going through her stuff.
Maddie, what was your mom's name?
Both, or...
Was it Bonnie Rivera?
Yeah, it... How did you know that?
You look just like her.
Did you know my mom?
A long time ago. A whole other lifetime. Her younger brother, Jaime, was one of my closest friends.
Uncle Jaime. I never met him.
I hadn't heard that Bonnie had passed.
Yeah, it was pretty sudden.
Wow. Maddie, it's quite sad. Very touching.
And what about you, Stan? Where'd you get your piece of the film?
Well, now, that is a very good question. And an expensive one, too.
What's your price?
You know what? I'm gonna have to get back to you on that.
Wow. Powerful resemblance in Augustine's family. That or Augustine loves cosplay.
Whoa.
Quite a piece. Look at the metalwork.
It's beautiful. Yeah? Now what would you do if it was you here instead of me? No way. You'd be climbing the walls looking for a way out. You'd really get a kick out of this place. And then you'd probably kick me out of this place and keep it all to yourself.
Talking to someone special?
What? What do you mean?
Like Bonnie, perhaps?
I've just felt so, like, empty since she died. Like I'm sleepwalking through a nightmare and I just can't seem to wake up.
It never gets easier when you lose someone. But it does become less suffocating.
I hope so, 'cause sometimes I just feel like I'm going crazy. Like, she really is out there, guiding me, trying to tell me something. That's why I came here. It felt like that's what she wanted me to do. I know you said it had been a really long time, but can you tell me anything about her from when you knew her?
Gosh. Well, she was the most intimidating girl I've ever met. Even after I got to know her. She did everything she wanted to do, and nobody could stop her.
And that sounds like Mom. Any good stories?
To be honest, I don't think it's a good idea to dwell on the past. It's very easy to get stuck looking the wrong way. Until you don't even see what's coming right in your path.
So I'm supposed to just forget about my mom? You can't tell me to do that.
Look, it's natural to grieve, but you can't wallow in it forever.
She was my mother.
And she was my friend, so I'm gonna honor her memory by being honest with you.
Doesn't sound like you were much of a friend if you hadn't seen her in a whole lifetime. At least Augustine is actually gonna help me through this.
Hey guys. Look.
What? I don't see anything.
Ah! There! Right there!
Oh my god, there's someone out there.
Great. If this plot gets any thicker, it's gonna need a new pair of jeans.
Do you guys think we should be worried? I mean, what if they're dangerous? Maybe we should find Augustine and let her know.
Even if you wanted to tell her, good luck finding her.
She said she was going to her private reliquary. That's a place for artifacts, right?
There's artifacts all over the place.
Right. So, if you were gonna have a private place for extra special, extra valuable artifacts, maybe you'd put them behind a door like that.
You've got a point.
Can't we just knock?
I doubt anything can get through that, including sound.
Which means it might be the safest place to be, whether Augustine's in there or not.
Okay.